Hello YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Hemel Hempstead FM24. Make sure you check out the other episodes. There is one very long stream of this, but there's also some shorter episodes where you can just check in, as I've been doing with just seasonal updates. As you can see, we are in July 2026 right now. We're actually closing on the next season, but I wanted to go through some of the side stuff first. So as you can see here, financially, we've done pretty okay. We've not been in the negatives since the first season. We've done pretty well on profits and margins and stuff, and playing the game as best as I can financially. At least at the lower level of the football league. As you can see here, last season we actually lost money, and I can tell you why that is in a bit. But we've actually done pretty well, as you can see currently, with raking in some extra cash. Now, as for the squad, there's a few players here who you won't recognize because they're new. There's a few players who you will recognize because they were here last year. We've actually got an ESC player. We've got a Luca Clemenza here, who is Italian, who is a very, very good centre midfielder. A little bit short for centre midfielders, but he is pretty average in that way when it comes to people who play the middle of the pitch usually. Very good all around, very good mentally, very good technically. Moderately okay physically, which is all you really want in the league we're in right now. He's being paid 2k a week, which is a lot of money, but that is how it is in this league now. You have to pay that kind of money for it. He's consistent. He likes big matches. He's actually a good Sky Bet Championship player, which is really good because that's an incredible get for us this year. He's got good flair, which, as you can see, he does. He's also got good vision, technical, and passing, so he can ping balls around when he needs to. We've brought in Mark Helm as a backup attacking midfielder, and we still have Craig King, our original starting goalkeeper. As you can see, he's starting to fall off the team sheet, but he is now an emergency backup, which means that he will do the job when we need him to. Will is still here. As you can see, he's grown a bit. Kieran Morrison is still here, which I'm impressed by. He's unhappy because he actually wants to play more games, which he will be now. He is our main starting right centre midfielder. Who else is new? Well, Jack Lancaster is still here, which is kind of weird. I didn't think he'd be here for more than a year, but he's done pretty well for himself. He had a good year last year. Joseph Johnson is still here. He's grown quite a bit. As you can see, FD Mentals, he's one of our youth intake players. He's grown quite a bit. He is only there right now because he is in a mentoring thing. Will Merry has returned. We sold him to Brentford for 925k. He has been loaned back to us for this season after he scored 29 goals in League 2. And as you can see here, kind of spoilery, we are in League 1 now. I will go through how we ended up there in a minute. But overall, we've done pretty okay. When it comes to our squad depth, I am not particularly happy with all of the squad depth. We brought in Matthew Anderson here. He's literally only joined today. He'll be our starting left back. Our starting right back is still Tanai Watson, who is very good for our starting left back. However, we only have one or two backup right backs. Our goalkeeper is our weak spot. We have Joe Hilton, who was our backup last year, who did not play a single game for us and is now a starter for us this year. We also have Craig King, obviously. We're looking for a goalkeeper more than anything, really. We'd like some more striker depth. We did also bring in Abraham Sishko here, who's our sort of step in for Hamzat Karbo, because Hamzat left on a free. This guy looks like he'll be very, very good for us. He's got good bravery, he's got good heading, he's got good size. He's actually a really good penalty taker, which is kind of nice to see. You don't get that very often. His biggest problem is probably that he is only one-footed, but he is pretty good overall otherwise for a target forward in League 1. Jack Simpson has returned. As you can see, he's still here. He's been here since the Vanarama National South. Only made 4 appearances for us there, but he has now made over, well, that's actually exactly 70 appearances for Hemel Hempstead. He's now in League 1 with us. I don't know if he'll be able to make it into the championship. Maybe he's a more rotational player, but he has been with us for a long time now, and I'm very happy to have him here still. What else is there here? Alex Mullerin we brought in. He's a youngster from Ireland. He was on a free. I think there was some Irish team who couldn't afford him anymore. Yeah, Galway United let him go, and we brought him in. I'm surprised he didn't play any games for them. Brandon Sage, another youngster who brought in for free. Who else did we bring in for free here? Hang on, I'm looking for 18-year-olds. 18 and 19-year-olds. Oh, Nathan Hayes. That's right, this guy. And we needed another cover option for our right mid, but we didn't have any, so we brought him in. We could probably use another centre-back, probably another left-back and right-back, and definitely a goalkeeper. We need a starting goalkeeper in the worst way possible, but that seems to be really, really hard to get our hands on. I might use my second ESC clause for that. Otherwise, let's go to our transfer history here, and we'll see who we've brought in. You can see these are all the guys we've brought in. 14 people brought in for free. Surprised we got this guy, Owen Bevan, for free. He is a very, very good Welsh centre back who started his career at Bournemouth, went on loan at a bunch of places in England and Scotland, and has now come to us in League One. Looks like he'll be good. When it comes to sales, as you can see, Conor McCarthy has just gone out the door. He's gone to Rotherham for 250k. When it comes to the other sales we made last year, we sold Tom Bilson. As you can see, our starting goalkeeper has gone to QPR for £1.4 million, which is a record transfer for us. It's not all up front. It's 1.4 now. Sorry, it's 1 million now, and then 400,000 over 2 years, I think. If I go to here, I think it'll tell me. No, yeah, I'd say there. If I go to our transfer screen here, I think, and our transfer center, and our clauses out. No. Oh, here it is, Tom Wilson. Yeah, there's some installments of 100k here. Every 6 months we get 100k for it. Which, I mean, that's pretty good, all things considered. It does kind of suck to lose our starting goalkeeper, but I was hoping we could bring in someone to replace him. We have not, unfortunately. Will Merry, obviously, as we saw, went to Brentford, but we've loaned him back, so no real loss there for now. Jack Wells-Morrison's gone to Oxford United for 425k. Kamari Ryan's gone to Stoke. He is loan listed, but he does not want to come back to us. Stephanie Gleeson's gone to Liverpool. Unfortunately, we only got 200k for him, but we did get 272. We did get 75k, including add-ons, which I think we'll get quite quickly. We did manage to keep him for loan, but unfortunately, Liverpool can't give him any playing time. Holy shit, he is worth a lot of money. I think we have a percentage of next sale for him, so I'm very happy for that. Excuse me. Kinol here has gone to Yeovil. As you can see, we sold him at the start of last year. We sold him to Yeovil for 32k, which I was pretty happy with, given that we weren't going to be playing him in League 2. Zach Barr went to Oldham, and a few guys went out on loan. When it comes to players we brought in, as you can see, we brought in a load of them, spent $0 on all of them. We brought in 18 players last year. This year we've only brought in 14, but our major look at this year is going to be bringing in a goalkeeper. However, when it comes to our competitions, last year in the FA Cup, we got knocked out in the first round in a match against... Oh, who was it? I could probably check in my schedule here. Go back to last year. Roll up to the top. Here we go. And so we lost in the Carabao Cup as well. We lost to Coventry in the first round, 3-2. It was a televised match, so we got 10k out of that. But we did lose at home, which was really, really annoying because it was our second match of the season, and another deep Carabao Cup run would have been nice in order to help inflate the wallet a little bit, so we'd have a little bit more money to play with. We also lost in the FA Cup first round to Colchester. After beating them, we had them in a back-to-back. We beat them in October as the last match of the month, 1-0, and then we lost 4-1 to them in the FA Cup, which is really, really annoying. However, in the Bristol Street Trophies, we got to the semi-final and lost to Chelsea's U21s, which, I mean, listen, it's Chelsea's U21s. They're probably going to have better players than I do, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating to lose to a U21s team in a possible trophy that we could have won. My hope is that we can win the Bristol Street Motors this year, because it's the last year we'll be playing in it. Our U21s, when we get them, will eventually be allowed to play in them, but we won't be allowed to partake in them in the future, because we will be out of this league, much like how we're out of the FA Vaz competition from Vanarama National North-South. As you can see, though, our current year, we've been in a few friendlies. We lost to Yeovil because I had a heavily rotated team, and we lost to Liverpool, which you'd expect. It was televised, though, so we did get 10k in TV rights from that, which is quite nice. We got South Shields, Crystal Palace and Leicester up next. We started the league off with Carlisle and Cheltenham in the Caribou Cup first round. So before we get to that though, I would like to see us bring in a new goalkeeper. That is absolutely something we need. We need to have somebody who's a bit better than Joe here. Joe's good. He's fine. He's a decent Sky Bet League 2 player. He's good. He's consistent, which is positive, but his stats do leave a lot to be desired. He's not got great one-on-ones or great reflexes, but he can reach to a lot of areas. Oh, excuse me. Of the net, which is good. But I would like to bring in a new goalkeeper. I would also like to bring in another striker. Well, we have Kevin now. I forgot about that. We brought in Kelvin as our backup target forward, who looks very good. I will admit he's an incredibly well-rounded target forward. Lacks some overall intelligence, but when it comes to his needed stuff like first touch, heading, jumping reach, strength, he's got it. So he'll be perfectly fine in League 1. Anyone else here I'm thinking of? As you can see, we only have 2 loaned in players, Matthew Anderson here and Will Mary, so we could loan in a few more players, but unfortunately Crystal Palace, our affiliate, don't really have anyone who we want to loan in, and every other team wants to make us pay a bunch of money for that, and I really don't want to be putting financial strain on the team at this point, because the only real reason we have a positive bank balance right now is because we sold a bunch of players for between 200 to nearly to over $1 million. If it wasn't for the fact that we sold Bilson for a little bit over £1 million, we wouldn't have this kind of money. But as you can see here on gate receipts, last season we made over $1 million. This season we've only made 123,000 because of the fact that we've only sold our season tickets at the moment. But as you can see, last month we sold nearly £2.4 million worth of players. This season we sold £2.65 million worth of players, and last season we only sold about £900,000 worth of players. Our TV revenue will also go up this year. There's more TV revenue in Sky Bet League 1, which will help as well when it comes to that. We've already got a little bit of money from it. We got some friendlies as well. We brought in some money from playing our friendlies because we got a friendly agreement due to our sale with Liverpool, which did help with the finances this year. Anything else I'm thinking of here that we can look at? Prize money wise, as you can see, we didn't get very much from the English FA Cup or from the Caribou Cup. We got nothing from that last year. We only got £3,000 for the FA Cup, so we really want to have a deeper run in those trophies this year, so that way that we can use that money to push our finances. Because as you can see, this season, well, last season we made 3.8 million. This season we made 3.4, and you think to yourself, oh, that's not a big difference, but last season we had a much deeper run in the FA Cup. We played against much bigger teams. We had a lot of actual like televised games. So if I go back 2 years ago, which is when we were in the Vanarama National, we got to the FA Cup 4th round, 5th round. Yeah, we got to the 5th round and we lost to Leeds away. So we lost at Elland Road with 36,500 people watching, which, you know, you think that's a very big amount of gate receipts, because you get half the gate receipts. So we got half the gate receipts for every single FA Cup game you see. Obviously, there's a few of them that aren't great, but you know, you get half the gate receipts, and you kind of hope that you get the away matches with big Premier League teams. I was hoping that we would have gotten Liverpool or someone like that, but unfortunately we didn't get them. We got Leeds, who were at the time, I think, in the Championship. Yeah, they were first in the Championship, but they have now been promoted. They still have Maximilian Vober, who is an ex Wonder Kid. Remember him being a big thing in FM for a while. Yeah, there's not much really else here to talk about, I don't think. We're trying to find a goalkeeper, trying to find a couple left back, right back kind of options. If you can find someone who can play both positions, that'd be great. We do have James Westwood here as well, who we're looking at. We're looking at a few centre mids to see if there's anyone who we can kind of help, you know, in the box to box role, because we don't have too many cover options there in the middle either. So like, we're looking to bring in some more players. Thankfully we do have a decent amount of wage budget still, and we can move some of this over as well. We have nearly what's there, like nearly £19,000 a week we could spend if we wanted to. But my hope is that we can get a few players on loan for super cheap. If not, we're going to have to make do and actually find somebody who is willing to come down to us. Oh, Herbie Kane's still around. I remember him at Hull. He was only there for loan, but he went to Barnsley then. Huh, didn't know that. Wasn't aware Herbie Kane was still playing football. There you go. But yeah, we're going to need to keep an eye out for a couple players to bring in on loan, a couple players to bring in on transfer, but at the moment we don't really have anyone. As you can see as well, I have my work permit set to no because I don't really want to have to deal with ESCs right now. I'd rather not have that as an option, but if we need to, we will look at ESC eligible players, well, foreign players basically. Anyone who isn't English, Irish, Welsh or Scottish, we'd have to get an ESC clause for. So there are options here. Also, as you can see, I'm playing with attribute masking off. Usually I would play with it on, but this was an off stream save I was doing for fun, and when I decided to do it for a stream for one day, I was like, I don't really care about attribute masking when you're playing it for fun. But anyway, this is a relatively short video, but I just want to let everyone know that we're probably going to try and keep doing this for a little while longer. I'm going to try and see if I can find a goalkeeper. That's going to be my major goal before we hit the season. The transfer window closes in 44 days. Our first match is in... Well, we still have like a month. Well, that's the 1st of August. It is July 19th, which is actually pretty close to today's date, actually, when I'm recording this. It's only 7 days away. So 7... We have about 15 days before our first match of the season, which means I have 15 days to sign a goalkeeper, basically. 15 days to focus on signing a goalkeeper. I don't usually use the squad planner too much, but if I go to depth here, as you can see, we're missing centre mid depth. We're missing left back, right back. Well, right back depth primarily. We have some okay options here. I should probably add best suited. Joseph Johnson, yeah. So yeah, Joseph Johnson can play either side. He should be playing either side. But we definitely need a goalkeeper. We need a goalkeeper in the worst way possible. Because while I'd like Craig King as a person, I think he's very, very good to have around the team. Because he's been here since 2021 when he was here on loan and signed here for free. Made 40 appearances that year with us in 2022-2023. Made 19 appearances the next year. Did okay. Made a couple appearances in the Vanarama National to relieve our goalkeeper at the time, who I think was Bilson, and now is up in League One with us. So yeah, we're going to have to take a look at him and consider getting another goalkeeper and getting in a centre midfielder as well who can kind of cover some options. Would not hurt. So we have options. We have an idea of what we need. Stephanie Gleason's obviously available on loan. Let's see if I can loan him in. Testing different environments. Well, if I'll check on what's it called, on deadline day, and see if I can get him then, because usually if they won't loan you to, if they don't get a loan offer until deadline day and then you offer them a loan offer on deadline day, they'll usually take it. Also, deadline day is usually the best day to get loans anyway, because teams are more willing to give it to you for cheap. They're more willing to take zero wage offers. Major reason why I took Matthew Morris in is that he's on solo wages anyway, because they only want us to pay 10% of his loan, of his wages, and no paying fees. So £650 a week for a cover option at left back is honestly cheaper than we could probably pay our wages for, given that most players these days, like Jack Simpson's now on 3.6k a week. I remember when this guy was on like £350-400 a week. He was on part-time wages, mind you, but he was still on pretty cheap. I think he's earned this money for sure. He's got multiple trophies now with us, because he was with us when we won the Vanarama South, the Vanarama National, Vanarama League 2, which is right, actually. I should tell you this. We did win League 2, and we did win it by a margin too. I don't believe I can show this to you, can I? I don't remember if I can, but we did win it with a Oh no, I can't. Here we go. We won it with a league record points total. We only lost 4. We only dropped points in 4 matches all year. We only lost 2. One to Bradford City, one to Salford. The Bradford City loss was really bad, given Bradford are they're 15th in the table. Salford were 10th, which is also not great. We drew to Wrexham and Notts County, given Wrexham got promoted in 7th position, which is kind of crazy. They are the lowest playoff team, I think. Yeah, they were, and they won, which is pretty good. We also drew 2-2 to Notts County. Notts County are in 4th, so that wasn't too bad. But we won every other match of the year, which, you know what, that's pretty good. We had a 110 goal difference. I'm happy with that as a season. It would be nice to have some more players in on loan, but we're going to have to make do for now. So, guys, I will see you guys soon with some more Hemel Hempstead updates. Make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you check out everything else going on the channel. There's a bunch of different playthroughs going on right now. This is mostly something I do for fun that I'll be uploaded every now and again. Make sure you check it out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.